Greetings, fellow humans. I have a brand new channel, MartianBuu Pocket, where I'm posting Pokemon Pocket gameplay. If you wanted to check out the game, or if you just wanted more MartianBuu in your life, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and you can use the link in my description. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. Famous Pokemon Pocket streamer? Yep, it's true. I'm the most famous Pokemon Pocket streamer, at least of all the ones on this channel. Up against a Death Knight. Alright. This doesn't this doesn't actually eschew anything important, the banner, right? Yeah, it like exactly covers the mana, but who cares? We've got the little symbol thing there that tells us everything we need to know. Alright, well, there you go, even Death Knight. Do your worst. You don't want to kill my boar? What are you doing? What are you doing not killing my boar? I just got PTCGP going yesterday and was unable to access the cash shop until global release. Yeah, you have to like set it back to your home country. The whole thing's very tricky. Evildoers beyond. Don't do it. Wow, that hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. Wait, they're determined not to kill these boars. That's so funny. I think they're gonna get riggedy wrecked by boars. That's my big assumption based off of these boars, if you know what I mean. Do you guys think they can get through 40 health worth of Boar Priest just by using their hero power and Corpsicle? Thoughts? Alright. I think, like, considering the hero power and that they need 3 of these hero powers to die before they can Corpsicle and get it back, don't I just do more damage per turn this way? Even if I don't draw a way to kill these things. I don't know that this is the best stratagem. Sword and fishing rod anti-synergy. Yeah, exactly. That said, can I have a Spirit Lash? It's not like I want to sit here like being bored for 10,000 years. Margie always wins? I think I do. I don't know what they can hope to achieve here. Hey, Valord. How am I? I'm chilling. Keeping it 2 jillion. For all my opponent's efforts, we're already back to 36. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now they're cooking. Do your worst. Chicken breath. Man, we have a lot of mana. That's so funny. That's enough, right? As long as we gift it to them. No reason not to like give it to one of my boars, right? And it is enough, isn't it? Because we only need 4 to die. All right. Well. Yay! There you go, Death Knight. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Okay, so I think the balance changes were good for a while, right? Like, the distributor change... like it could potentially delete aggro, which would be a negative, but you don't want aggro to exist because people draw something as like blatantly over pushed as treasure distributor, right? You want it to be like, you know, the deck itself to be good. So I feel like the treasure distributor might be a bad like nerf for Wild's perspective, but also might be fine. The Dorian change is just so good. So good. So pleased. And the Radiant one is like necessary with the incoming Echo card. So there you are. Can I pay like 100 channel points to redeem lurking on days I'm overstimulated and don't want to interact but still want to say hi? 100 is a lot to lurk, I promise. Does someone want to like say that in my Discord somewhere? Because I might set that up. I could do a point reward lurk. Hi Marshy, big Marshy fan here. Hey Lewis, how you doing? Louise? Louis? How do you pronounce that? That seems good. Also, I'm gonna do this. Hi from Poland. Hi Lord. How you doing? Can you buy VIP for channel points? No, I'm never adding it. Never, ever. This didn't die, which makes me sad. But look how buff they are now. We're boring, chat. We're boring them down. We're just gonna kill them with boars. What brought you down the path of Boar Priest? Well, this morning in my Discord, I said, I don't know what I'm going to play today. And then three people instantly responded Boar Priest. Not in response to each other. I just, Boar Priest, Boar Priest, Boar Priest. Like, it makes me think it was getting talked about somewhere, you know, like that's the only thing I can conclude. It's got to be some kind of like general meme. But anyways, this is a list that apparently is very good. This is by NHL. And apparently it's real or something. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So far, so good. We won the only game we've played. So there is that. Need two more, so I need to draw one more way. Shmubi was playing Boar Priest yesterday. Yeah, he's where I got this list from. South Park Priest? Yeah, that's what we should call this. South Park Priest. That's funny. Any good wild DK deck? I don't know that I have a good wild DK deck, but I do have a wild DK deck queued up. So I'm gonna play some Reno Warlock or Reno Blood DK in a minute. Do I like the nerfs? Mostly, yeah. Mostly. Any that I don't like, any that I would potentially not like, I think were whatever because of not seeing play in wild. All right. All right. Show me what you got there. Questline Warlock. This seems kind of consistent, actually. Look at that. One of my favorite episodes of South Park. There's that one episode where people had butt faces and it like broke a funny fuse with Cartman. And I died laughing at that. So that's gotta be one of them. All right, so I'm a little bit scared, but I'm gonna be technically alive, right? So I just steal this, and steal that. Heal myself, and then I'm probably okay. Like, they don't have any direct damage, right? I don't think there's anything they can do. There used to be... Oh my goodness, I just haven't thought about it in a long time. There are definitely, like, correct answers to this. There's some South Park episodes that killed me. So, I'd have to think about it more. I'm still rewatching Scrubs every few years. I feel like that show is practically flawless. I remember the last season or two being unwatchable. Like, they did some big shift with the characters.
The light shall bring victory. The play's the thing.
Is it just me or anime has spoiled me so much that I can't watch a show longer than 20 minutes? That's funny. Is this board deck absolutely destroy any controller combo? It is. It'll destroy every deck. All right. I have a 100% win rate with this absolutely broken meta breaker. Okay, it's the only good deck that contains these exact 40 cards. Thank you for the Discord notification, Guapo. How goes the chumbing? You know, we're chumbing it up. All right, this is the real test. This is the aggro test. I see, Ash. It wins every game except the ones it doesn't. True. Too true. Real and true. Real and false. Let's go. What's that AM ad at the bottom? All right, so if you want to get fantabulous apparel like the apparel I wear on stream, almost every time you guys see me, I'm wearing Into the AM clothing, by the by, and that's not even because I'm supposed to. That's because I want to. So it's a really good brand, and I am sponsored, so you can go to intotheam.com/chumbo and just check out what their graphic tees and their fall collection is like. It's good stuff. I personally recommend it. So yeah, that's what that is. Clothing brand. Good clothing brand. Good and good for you. Should I get more mess makers or should I get more boar priests? How many boars in am I? I'm only 2 boars in, right? So we should try to play control, I think, and go for a bunch of these. That's my opinion. Have I seen Dexter? No, I watched like the first episode of Dexter and I was like, I get it, but I don't want to watch this. So I didn't. How many boars is too many? There's no such thing as too many boars. I'm gonna get 2 boars back. I'm gonna make a mess maker. Oh, I only got 1 boar back. I guess that's fine. I'm gonna play the boar. I don't really want to take 3 damage. I won't lie to you, chat. What do I think about the Dorian's nerf? Should we keep it or dust it? I mean, if you're playing it in Wild, it's canceled. It's deleted. The reason that Dorian was playable in Wild is because of the it being tutorable with Oaken summons, and now you can't. So my hand is full of messes. It is a big mess. Is there a mess maker still in my deck? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be cracked. Look at this. I guess I killed this, right? Wait, is this mess like broken? Chat, is this a broken mess? Look at this. Hitting the bird watching on Messmaker is kind of disgusting in this matchup, isn't it? Do they not even want to clear it? Because that'd be hilarious. So watching your brawl run video this morning while eating breakfast, nice. It's good. It's good for you. It's a good way to start the day. How often in Hearthstone history have there been very broken decks, but nobody actually plays them? One of the ones was the final iteration of Even Paladin from Witchwood. Apparently that was very, very good and nobody was playing it. But yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, Egg Hunter is pretty strong and nobody's interested in playing it. That was true of Beast Hunter too. Beast Hunter in like late Sunken City was tier S broken and almost nobody was playing it. Marshy versus Illidan. Can I snipe you? I am unranked and wild. I would prefer if you didn't snipe me. Opinions on Maractus? It's okay. More of a Cacturn fan myself.
I see you've brought guests.
Don't say that. I'm sure there's tens of Questline Pirate Warriors out there. Yep, there's dozens of us. So we're doing Messmaker Control again, right? I like how we could just be Messmaker Control. Can I snipe you? I have the Hunter's Secret in my hand right now. Okay, well, if you can draw it at the right time against me, sure. By the way, is this, if you're not using, forget about Arana, but if you're, is this the only other one drop played in Pirate Demon Hunter? Balthasar is gifting the $5. Why must Blizzard hate every player who doesn't want to spend 20 minutes playing a game only to lose to Boar Priest? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you. You know what else I appreciate? Appreciate when my opponents chill out. I would like a drink. That'd be perfect. Oh, that works too. And here's that. Small time Buccaneer. But yeah, there's nothing good, right? They have one good one drop and it's deckhand. Or it's distributor. Ow. 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 Just simply dodge the murder? Oh, okay. I mean, just, like, good luck, opponent. How many of these do I need? Should I get boars? So 2... I mean, like, 3 kills everything, right? Sure. The best maker coming back is so funny. So funny, chat. I've seen some play Mistake for one drop. Yeah, yeah. So, but there isn't a good one. Like, Mistake isn't good. You made a mess, you silly pillies. All right. I'm gonna do this and this, I think. I think we've made enough mess for now. We need to, like, start working on our sword. Hey, Martian, I really enjoyed your Evenlock vid on YouTube, by the way. Are you sure that employee isn't an imp? It's supposed to be, but I've heard that it's bugged. That's all. And if it's bugged, they're gonna fix it. That's my information. Not gonna lie, your last video made me not realize that Dark Alley deal demon is an imp. And then the Imp King suddenly made sense. Oh, okay, so like at first it didn't make sense to you, but then it did. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna try to get a Messmaker back, I guess. Okay, I got 2 back. Alright, I'm gonna trade this first then. I only need so many Messmakers, you know what I mean? Alright, cool. I have enough boars. What did people think when they first saw Boar during reveal season? I remember being really excited for the South Park episode. Like, it was funny that they had that reference. But I don't know that people thought it would be good. It ended up being a really cool deck. The Stormwind Boar Priest. Like, I don't even know if it was the Stormwind one. No, because Irella was out. I think it was Sunken City Boar Priest is what I enjoyed. But there was in Sunken City, yeah, it was Sunken City. Sunken City Standard Boar Priest was like one of the most fun times I've had playing Standard since streaming, you know. I loved that deck. That deck was cool. Is this deck good? So far, it seems so. I'm unironically playing Wild right now. I'm unironically playing Wild right now because Standard feels so bad. Oh no. Is it the dreaded Big Spell Mage? Is that what's doing it? How long have I played Wild for? Was there a specific expansion you made the jump from Standard to Wild? I've played Wild a little bit ever since it was introduced. I started playing it a lot in Ungoro, and I started playing it almost exclusively in Ashes when I started streaming. What's your opinion about this deck? Should I craft it or not? It seems good. I don't know. I've only just started playing it, and I've been winning a lot, so... It's hard to say. Hard to say for sure. Should I forge this thing, right? Yeah. I started in Ashes. Started playing Wild almost exclusively in Ashes. I started playing Hearthstone in Classic. I was just going through a history of like that. When I started playing Wild was in 2016, but but like I wouldn't consider myself a Wild player until Ashes was my point. All right, chat. These boars are huge. We'll see if that ends up being good, but I did it. Best sandwich? Best snack sandwich is PBJ. Best like cold sandwich, I like turkey and cranberry. Best hot sandwich is meatball. See, time to see how good this is into Meta Tyrant quest lock. We destroyed one before. Why wasn't Goro the good Wild expansion? I don't know that it was the good Wild expansion, but in Ungoro, like in Year of the Mammoth, there started to be a distinct feeling difference between Wild and Standard, which is why it became more interesting. For me, like it felt like a different mode, whereas before it felt like Standard plus Dr. Boom and Lothab. If the only thing that you're missing for this deck is Love Everlasting, just don't play with Love Everlasting. The one time I drew that, I didn't really care about it.
Flesh fails. Try crystal.
You've seen a while. You know, in Vietnam we have something called banh mi, maybe a bit similar to a sandwich. I don't think I've tried it. Are 3/2 boars better or are 1/1 boars better? I think in this situation 3/2s were because they clear more of a board, but generally you want 1/1s so that they're easy to die. I'm not dead next turn ever, right? Like we can do this. Would you like to see a new straight to wild expansion like Caverns, except balance for wild instead of twist? Eh. I'd like to see a good one. I'd like to see it done well, yeah. What do I think it would be done well? Probably not. So I wouldn't be pushing for that, excited for it. But yeah, the thing is too, I don't just want like, we think these are wild power level cards. You know, like I want to see like big updates to things that aren't getting updates again because they require new cards to update. Like I want to see Galakron stuff. I want to see, you know, the Cthulhu and the Jade stuff was good. I like that. I want to see soul shards. I want to see updates to, I want buffs to all the cards that are like they're like packages that only exist in wild and they can't improve because they don't exist in standard and can't get new cards, right? Like I want to see a very deliberate move, like an expansion where the entire intent is to make sure that not to make sure, but like to give old archetypes that can't possibly, you know, get improvements because they're not in standard. Yeah, I like curses too. Yeah, those are good ones. Neat. All right, I think we win. Like, what are they gonna do with 1 mana? Literally nothing. Not gonna play their champs then, I'll tell you that much. Woohoo!
I see you brought
Ah ha ha! 7, 12, 22, no, 17, 23, 27. Yeah. So this is a weird place to calculate this. What is my opponent up to? Oh my goodness. So I was calculating how many more games of this I need for a video. Which is like, I think, you know, I'd prefer like 10 more minutes of gameplay, but I would settle for 4 more minutes. So we'll see how this game plays out. I got more decks to play, chat. More decks to play. I've noticed that on both channels, my videos have started to average around 30 minutes because I've been very deliberately trying to get at least 30 and then trying to get a bunch of videos worth of content into like single streams. So I end up settling for the 30 minutes a lot. And I really would like it to be like ideally 35 to 45, I think is my ideal. Like if a video hits like 38 minutes or 42 minutes, I feel like it's at the right spot. Any draw lasters? Can I time out Adwin as a gross abuse of my mod powers? Hey, there's the Emperor Thorson. I don't know that that's the card I wanted to play for free, but I've done it. My opponent is going to get multiple triggers of that. And there ain't nothing I can do about it. Many have died. But they do get to... Oh no, I pick up my move. Let me swing it. Blake, come back. Come back, Blake. How'd they know? Well, as soon as I raised dead, that was the 6-1, right?
The light shall bring victory. The plains
Will I be
that
playing
veil.
Scrungus Paladin? Probably. 40 card Spagooty Warlock. Exactly. Do I keep this bird watching? Bird watching feels like a settling keep. I'm gonna toss it. Hey, MartianBuu, do you remember when you played Quest Rogue on stream? I would like to watch more gameplay after your recent video. I don't know what to tell you. But there you go. That video did okay. It didn't, like, I'm not, like, excited to make another Quest Rogue video after that, but I'm also not put off of doing it again. So, I don't know. Maybe if it gets something new, I'll circle back to it. Like, there are a lot of decks that I end up not playing, not because I don't want to play them, but because YouTube doesn't want to watch them. Isn't that interesting? It's like I would play Questline Demon Hunter today if I felt like YouTube would watch it, but I don't think they would. So I don't. That's one example. Resurrect 3, oh my goodness, it's already up there. I feel like 3 is a lot. Should I just hold on to this? I could get a boar, do this, and then, yeah. YouTube hates aggro, YouTube hates everything I love. You hate to see it. The one, like, it's not aggro, but the one, like, very, like, high synergy, proactive, aggro combo type deck that YouTube consistently will watch is Kingsbane. For whatever reason, my YouTube is happy to watch a Kingsbane video almost every time I post it. What class is the most watched? I have the best luck with... I used to have good luck with Odd Warrior, and then... or like even Warrior just generally. But that kind of stopped after Reno Warrior got good. I guess I want to use both of these this turn. Ooh. Or do I? I want to use at least one, right? Yeah. Fine. We won't bore this turn. Oh, and this way we'll get the Mischief Maker back too. Okay. Yeah, this actually works out really well. Is Raised Dead bad in Aggro Priest now, especially after the new cards came out? It's got to be cut. Yeah, I think so. I think it's not great. I think it hasn't been great for a while, just because it gets you back at patches a lot of the time. Why would you trade this one? Seems weird. Oh, because they die either way. Never mind, I take back. I'm the weird one. My opponent's hurting my feelings. I don't like it. Anyways, are you guys ready for this to be over? It's over. It's over, chat. Opponent can stick around if they want to. Excuse me. I'm creating a Reno Shaman list after your recommendation. Should I tourist any specific cards or just use the tourist because it's a good card? In Shaman, you use it so that you can play bird watching and the location. It's actually not as good a card on its own as some people kind of think. We're about to lose our Love Everlasting, chat. Also, how many boars in are we? Not that many, right? Like 4 or 5? Yeah, so yeah, mage, no matter what the mage deck is, it's usually ends up not being good. I think I used to do okay with like Pocket Galaxy Mage, but it's been a long time
Watch your step.
Time has come.
since I've tried to make that work. All right, I am out of gas, chat. Wait, no, I was out of gas. You might actually win. No, what are you doing? Yeah, Warrior and Warlock are the two that tend to, like, if I play Control Warrior or Control Warlock, they tend to do better. Druid is a tough sell. I think the only reason the Druid does okay on my channel at all is because I like it so much. Like, I have such a good time playing it. But I think generally people don't want to see Druid, except for they like to see Mill Druid. My channel likes to see Mill Druid. All right. My most viewed video ever is on Due Process when it first came out. I don't blame them. I think Mill Druid is cool. Like, it's fun to play. It's annoying to deal with, but it's fun to play. This is a hand. What does count as an ew on YouTube? I sometimes watch only the intro. As a view on intro, I thought it was like, what's an ew? But as a view, I don't know. If you just open it, it's a view, right? But it's not necessarily a helpful view. It helps me with self-esteem. Like if you view for 5 seconds, I get excited when a lot of people do that because the view count is really high. It's really encouraging. But like the stuff that actually, like, it actually helps if you watch the video, right? Like a watch duration is what I get paid for. So I think I've stopped putting guff in thumbs because I don't think people will actually like to view that on the YouTubes. Will Kill Jaden be a win con in Mildred instead of Jade Idol? Kill Jaden, is it a neutral card? I thought it was a Warlock card. Is it neutral? If they open it and leave pretty quickly, it won't show up as a view. All right, so I guess you have to watch at least a little. Is this Reno Rogue? Hard to say. The Tempo Storm list doesn't run Tourist for any Hunter cards, just has Turbulence. Should that be updated? You'd have to ask Dr. Light. Doc likes to use community lists, so like if someone gets like rank 1 or something like that, he's probably going to use it unless it's egregiously bad. And people can get rank 1 with suboptimal lists, so, which isn't to say like I'm not the person to ask for like the most optimal like Reno Shaman as far as like, you know, just because I wouldn't do something doesn't mean I'm correct. But I like the stats on Turbulence aren't great, even in standard, you know. So my opponent is playing a deck of all time, as we can see. So I don't think it's optimal to run Turbulence just for its own sake. But what do I know? That doesn't, it's not like you can't do well. With a Turbulence for its own sake deck. It's probably fine. I would run bird watching and I would run the location. Only like after watching a whole video, otherwise that hurts the algorithm, does it? Kill Jaden is neutral? Oh my goodness. Every deck with Kill Jaden in it. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. I cannot wait for Kill Jaden Druid. That is so happening. I thought it was Warlock exclusive. Kill Jaden is, yeah, that's actually is a cool ETC card then, if people don't want to lose to Mildruid. Is Mildruid just better as a... Wait, you would just play that in Mildruid, wouldn't you? I think you just hard run that in Mildruid. You like, instead of the Jade Idols. Like, maybe you put a Jade Idol in the ETC for just in cases, but like, random scaling demons is better than Jade Idols. Yeah. That's cool. All right. Marshy's new favorite card of the set. Just, I mean, it was already the card I was most excited about when I thought it was just a Warlock card. And now it's just like more so than that. All right, opponent. I guess you lose to me. Hope you're excited. Hope you're excited for the Sword of 1,000 Chunks. Get riggedy wrecked. What's my favorite card? And it's probably Guff. Honestly, if I'm honest with myself, it's Guff. My official favorite cards are Shudderwalk and Loatheb, but these days, I mean, if I'm going to be honest with myself, I think it's probably Guff. Love Guff. Yesterday, I had a chance to play some Commander with my friends over webcam, which is something we haven't done before. Commander, for those of you who aren't familiar with Magic the Gathering, it's a 100 card deck Highlander format, where one of your cards starts off in a special zone and you can play it at any point once you have the mana for it. But anyways, I have two Commander decks that I built. I have Grist the Hunger Tide, and I have Arkelos Lagoon Mystic. And I think I've described them before in an outro, but basically, Grist is a planeswalker that is a 1/1 bug creature when it's anywhere that isn't on the field, and its abilities want you to have a bunch of insects in your deck. You're not normally supposed to be able to play a planeswalker as your commander, but this one is a legendary creature until it's on the battlefield. So by that funny technicality, you can actually put it as your commander, which is what inspired me to build the deck. I think that's so cute. Arkelos is a creature that, while it's untapped, permanents enter the battlefield untapped, and while it's tapped, permanents enter the battlefield tapped. So on my turn, I have it untapped, and my lands and stuff, even if they would otherwise enter tapped, enter untapped, which is good. And then I can attack with it so that during my opponent's turns, all of their lands and creatures enter the battlefield tapped, which slows them down. So that's the idea behind that commander. The deck is a gates deck. So the gates are these special lands that usually enter play tapped. So it helps to have Arkelos to untap them. And then there's a card, Maze's End, which once you assemble 10 gates, you can use it and win the game. So that's the point of that deck. Grist is green-black, and Arkelos is green-black-blue. But anyways, they are kind of semi-deliberately low-power commander decks. A, I don't have the money to like buy a bunch of alpha lands and stuff, but also I just want to be able to play with people. I don't want to like blow everyone out of the water all the time. So for budget and a little bit for political reasons, I have only semi-powerful commander decks. So I don't usually win with them, and until yesterday, I had never felt like I'd pulled off the best of what the decks can do. But not only did I win both of the games we played yesterday, but both decks did it in a very stylish manner. So with the Grist deck, I managed to get a bunch of insects in my discard pile and use one of the several cards that lets me put a bunch of creatures back on the top of my deck, which is where Grist wants them to be. And then from there, Grist can discard them, gain a bunch of loyalty counters, and put a bunch of insect tokens in play. So between all of the insect tokens and the big minus ability on the Grist, I was able to do a bunch of damage to both of my opponents in the same turn on my next turn, which was really exciting. Then with the Arkelos deck, I got out a creature that every time I play a land, I gain a life and draw a card. I had a card out that let me play lands from my discard pile, and then I have a bunch of effects that let me play more than one land in a turn. So what I was doing was I was using fetch lands to play them from my discard pile, which would gain me a life and draw me a card. Then I would use them to go search my deck for a different land and put that into the battlefield, which would then gain me a life and draw me a card. and then I would get to play them from my discard pile again. So I drew through my deck really fast that way and put a lot of lands in play, and once I had a ton of lands, I got to play this 9 mana spell, Reshape the Earth, which is search your library for up to 10 land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. So I got to search for all of the gates in Maze's End that way, but because Arkellos was on the field, they didn't enter play tapped, they entered play untapped. So I could actually use that mana to cast Maze's End and actually win the game. So I got to do every cool thing that my decks can possibly do in both of the games I played yesterday, and it was a good time.